Hello, everyone. I'm coming to you here very informally. I'm taking a break from the educational activities. And today I'm going to be talking about a life changing topic. It's a challenge. And today I'm going to talk to you about radical kindness. What does it mean to be radically kind? To be radically kind means that you are kind unconditionally no matter what. You know, a lot of you write to me, and it's hard trending to read all of the issues, all of the struggles that you have with your kids. And you really want your children to change. And you are amazing parents, and you really are trying so hard, but you're not getting results. Today, I want to share with you something that is simple. It's free. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. But it does require patience and a lot of awareness. Radical kindness. You know, children, they're not robots. You know, on a good day, a child can wake up eagerly, get dressed, have a little jump on their step, and do amazing in their schoolwork, and even do a little extra, and be kind with their siblings, eat all their food, and perfect, right? On a bad day, that same child can lag to get out of bed, be cranky, not want to brush their teeth, not want to eat all their food, be snappy with their siblings, fight with their siblings. But it's still that same child, just not having a good day, just like any adult. Sometimes we have good days. Sometimes we have bad days. But what do we do? As a parent, what is our response to that child on a good day? And what is the response on a bad day? We want to make sure that on good and on bad days, we're kind. Especially on bad days. That is when children need the most kindness. On the bad days. On those hard days that we all have. You know, being kind doesn't mean that you're going to let a child walk all over you and just get away with things and do whatever they want. You can have limits and consequences and still be kind. Let me give you an example. For the sake of the video, let's talk about toddlers, since they tend to do crazy things and have tantrums. And so let's say a toddler is having one of those moments and they're fighting with their sibling. And how do you solve that? How do you mediate that? You can go up to them and you can say, "Stop. Hands are not for hitting. Looks like you're very upset right now. That's tough. That's hard. I need you to go sit over there and time out for a little bit. I think you need a little break. Hands are not for hitting. Hitting is not something that we allow in this house. I'm going to come back in just a few minutes to check up on you, okay? I'll be right back." You come back and you talk to them and you say, "Hey, what's up? What happened? Why were you hitting your sibling?" And they might tell you or they might not, right? Because that's how kids are. But you talk to them and you sympathize with them. And then you explain to them, you know, hands are not for hitting. Violence is not the answer. That's not how we resolve conflict in this house. And you may give them some alternatives on how to deal with the situation for the next time. And I believe there's true learning in there. On another note, another course of action that you could have taken is going up to the child, yelling at the child, hitting the child. You know, every household is different. Everyone handles discipline differently. I don't know what you guys do at home, but just throwing some things out there. And Maybe you'll just like bring the child abruptly and put him on timeout. And you say, no, don't do that. I don't know. Do you think that there's a learning opportunity there? I don't think so. There's no learning there. There's anger there. There's division there. But there's no learning there. So, only because the child has stopped doing the action does not mean that they have learned. And that is why it's very important to not get results that way. Only because you have attained results through hitting and through yelling and through screaming and through bribing and through threats does not mean you cannot obtain them through kindness, because you can. You absolutely can. Just have your limits and your consequences and do it kindly. It's not, what you say is how you say it. So, I'm going to challenge you all this week, this month. Be radically kind with your children and see what happens. Just see what happens. Don't only be radically kind with your children, be radically kind with your husbands, with your wives if you're a husband watching, with the people on the road, with those that don't agree with you on political views, with those that are different from you. Be radically kind. If you were that child, how would you look to that child? How do you sound to that child? What's your tone of voice? How do your eyes look? How does your voice sound? That's very important, because if your child is listening to this mean, stern voice every single day, you're breaking the relationship with that child. And ultimately, we never want to break the relationship with our children because in the end, that is all we have, is the relationship with our children. Never sacrifice results over relationship. In the end, our kids are going to grow up so quick by the snap of a finger. And you want to be able to have your children come back to you in the holidays and just have that wonderful relationship with their mom or with their dad. So never sacrifice relationship over results. And remember that you ultimately want to be of influence and gently guide your children to do things. You don't want children to do things because they're afraid of you or because they're afraid of punishment. You want them to do it from the bottom of their hearts. Just think about the times that you have cooperated with other people, or you have done things for others. You probably don't do things for others that have this harsh voice and that are disrespectful and just mean. You do things for people that are kind for you and that are loving, right? So that is the same with children. Children want to cooperate and want to do things for people that are kind with them. And you're going to be of so much more influence if you just use kindness. I know that this video may seem like very simplistic, like, oh, you don't know my kids. But you don't, JD, but you do not know my kids. That's not going to work. I'm going to challenge you to try it. Just try it this week. Just try it next week. Just try it for a month. It takes a month to create a habit. Just try it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Go over to my community tab. If you haven't subscribed to my videos, please do. Until the next time. Bye-bye.